ready? Mama's cook. Humans are destroyed.
Lions. Big.
And the Sims find someone to love. Take destiny in your hand. It's X-Play. Those are some good-looking cops. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Hello and welcome to X-Play.
You're gonna have to forgive Adam and I. You see, it's only days until the PS3 comes out, and even with our television celebrity salaries, we can't really afford the $600 price tag.
So we've been trying various methods to get the money. First, Morgan tried to catch a leprechaun. Then we backed that coup in Thailand.
But now that they've announced they're bundling a Blu-ray copy of Talladega Nights, the PS3 is clearly worth the money, so we're redoubling our efforts.
Today, we've decided to open up a lemonade stand. But don't worry, our diversification won't get in the way of us reviewing such Hallmark third-quarter titles as Destroy All Humans 2, bringing cattle mutilations into the swinging 60s.
And later in the show, we review God Hand, a game that was one of my picks from this year's E3. Was my prediction correct? What the hell do you think? Stick around to see how right I was.
But we begin with our favorite Italian plumber doing his best to bring sports games to the DS.
Here's our review of Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
What up, B-ballers? It's on. It is so on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Hoops is back. We've missed it so. Yeah, we know what the dealio is. There'd be plenty of b-ball games to fool around with. But for the most illest, freshest, dopest, choose-your-mind-visualist hip-hop flavor, there can be only one. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, my peeps, on the DS. And it just might be the most realistic basketball game that has ever been. Why? 3-on-3, real basketball. 5-on-5, lame basketball. Some of the biggest names in basketball history make an appearance. We've got Mario, one of the most beloved hoopsters ever. Until, of course, that incident in Colorado, which was eventually thrown out of court. Allegedly. And when we talk of Mario, we have to talk about his former teammate, Donkey Kong. Sure, they never got along. Powerful egos never do. But man, they could jam. And how about Waluigi playing with only one kidney? Now that's a man. Seeing as this is a DS, most of the action takes place on the top screen. On the bottom, the little faces move around, kind of like lowly ants, or as NBA players call them, fans. Now, you'd think a game with so much flow would be easy to flow in, but the DS stylus gets them getting used to. It's not a button masher, it's a stylus tapper, not the norm for the b-ball action. A baller might say the stylus almost ruins the experience of this NBA sim. That's right, I said NBA sim. Mario and his germy, pitiless entourage throw down the thunder and lightning with a grace and skill not seen since a certain player from Los Angeles. Allegedly. Think it's not like the NBA? Who else would put money and selfishness above team play? Another similarity to professional basketball, the athletes here travel to all sorts of exotic places. And like NBA players, these guys also won't bring back Olympic gold. Oh, isn't Mario progressive? Look how he lets Princess Peach have the basketball. Oh, that's a good princess. Aren't you cute the way you dribble up and down the court? Damn, player, you can ball. Some people will love Mario Hoops, and some people, because of the stylus, may be royally annoyed with it. Mario and basketball, controversial as always. Allegedly. We have Mario Hoops 3-on-3, 3 threes out of 5.
So you're probably wondering how we're going to make $1,200 from selling lemonade, especially with 9-year-olds flooding the market with inferior quality beverages at cut-rate prices.
But we're smarter than you think.
Yep.
We've decided to produce boutique lemonade. We have just added gold dust and ground-dehydrated Bentley parts to our lemonade, and that's going to appeal to the upper crust.
See, now it's just a waiting game. In a matter of time, some society matron or female rapper will come along and realize that X-Play brand lemonade is the new Cristal.
So, while I attempt to fly down to Hilton, sister, please enjoy our review of Destroy All Humans. Hey, slut!
The Pentagon. It hides many things. Who killed JFK? Who killed Lincoln? Who killed Grandpa Al Lewis from the Munsters? But the biggest secret of all is not who's dead, but who live among us. The aliens. And they're pissed.
I'll wipe out every one of those bastards.
This is their continuing story. Destroy all humans to make war, not love.
How's it hanging?
Little to the left.
This is the second time we've seen what the aliens can do when left unchecked. The last time took place in the 50s, and the story now continues a decade later in, that's right, the 60s. Ah, the 60s, a tumultuous time of mistrust.
I spit on them.
Experimentation. And dirty hippies.
John Glenn.
The alien's name? Crypto. His accent, somewhere between Christian Slater, Jack Nicholson, and a comedian trying to do Jack Nicholson.
The drugs, the alcohol, the loose chicks, the signs, they were all there.
A big difference in this new decade is that now, Crypto can possess any human he comes in contact with. That's something new for the age of Aquarius. Yet, just like with the first go-round, Crypto will have his trusty ray gun at his side. But his ray gun does a lot more than kill. It does more than anal probing, though that really should be enough. It really should. When Crypto's in a pinch, he takes a page from the Book of Woodstock. Free love, man. Free love. The little alien sends out the positive vibes, man, helping him blend into that dirty hippie community we read about in history books or saw in the Wonder Years, Family Ties, or one of those types of shows. His trusty flying saucer is still there, allowing Crypto to fly around the world, blowing things up here and there, abducting random people. What can I say? The 60s. Things were crazy then. Just like the last time, there's loads of humor. And not that Lenny Bruce humor we can't relate to.
He doesn't even need drugs anymore.
We enjoyed the good fun and action of Destroy All Humans, too. It's far from a challenge to figure things out. If we can say anything bad about it, well, some of the missions are repetitive. But it was the 60s. Would you expect any less? We give Destroy All Humans 2, Make War, Not Love, 4 Agent Krychek out of 5.
So we haven't been able to attract the kind of customer base we've been looking for.
Yeah, well, Kim did come by and seemed very interested in fancy lemonade, but then she shot one of our lighting guys and got arrested.
Morgan and I are going to have to reevaluate our strategy, so give us a moment.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
In a moment. That's what moms are for. And later, God Hand on X-Play.
Are you listening?
At Gamefly, our passion.
Still wowed by cable on demand, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Hello. Welcome back to X-Play. Adam and I are trying to make some money selling lemonade to buy a PS3. Thus far, we have had some trouble attracting the right sort of customer.
Is it diet?
No.
Well, will it restore my mana?
Yes.
Can I pay for it in copper pieces?
Copper? No.
Let's take a little refresher course on food service safety with our review of Cooking Mama.
Copper? Japanese cuisine is often frightening to the timid American palate. This is true for Fugu and for games like Cooking Mama. It's a collection of mini-games that culminate in a culinary dish made by your virtual chef's hand. A cooking game for the DS isn't that far-fetched an idea, what with all the manner of celebrity chefs traipsing around the country. I mean, you can hardly turn on the TV without seeing some cooking show, like this one.
You just cut up the vegetables and some wonderful herbs. You have to add some fresh puppet meat.
What?
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my.
Don't look at me like that. Those puppets deserved it. Unlike some games, Cooking Mama will have you constantly sharpening your stylus skills. The mama, as in Cooking Mama, lives up on the top screen. She'll have you cutting, rolling, peeling, stirring, and kneading. Knead, I tell you. This is not some loosey-goosey cooking camp like Emerald would run. This is Mama's house, and Mama keeps you under her thumb with time limits and grades on your edible masterpieces.
The peeling of your carrots is unacceptable. You lose this round, Sessler. Tonight you dine with me in hell.
Mama does not actually talk. If your game cartridge is possessed by a demonic voice, please take it to the nearest cardinal legate.
Yep, there isn't any voice acting. Or a story. Now, I know it's a cooking game, but come on. Cooking Mama makes WarioWare look like the brothers Karamazov. But who needs to read when you can zone out watching destination television?
And juicing is a laxative dynamite. The next time you go to the bathroom, it'll feel like a terrorist planted a bomb in your colon. Am I right, Todd?
Yes, your ass will explode, sir.
That's what I'm talking about!
As you climb the ladder in cooking prowess, you'll unlock more dishes to prepare. If you keep cooking, you'll unlock yet more dishes to prepare. So I hope you like meeting me, like Charlie Wilson's life depends on it. Cooking Mama dishes out the pick-up-and-play gaming as only a handheld can deliver, but it doesn't serve up much else. A 3 out of 5. I wonder what else is on. Crap.
You have to start young. So, Todd, I want you to drink this.
What?
Yeah, drink this.
Oh, that's
I swear to
disgusting.
God, you better drink this or I'll kill your entire family.
And
Look
sexy.
at how much he loves it.
Well, that's why no one's buying our lemonade, because it lacks the Freudian undercurrent of maternal love. So, is your mom available?
Well, I was raised by a Skinner box. Blue button was electric shock, red button was a pellet. So I guess my mom was red button. But no, the Skinner box moved to Florida a couple years ago.
Well, if you like quality Mechano-Mom time, why don't you rent Cooking Mama from Gamefly.com?
I hear Gamefly has thousands of games I can rent or buy, so I can save my money for more important things, like pellets of love.
Or therapy.
Moments away, Sims 2, Pets, and later, God Hand on X-Play.
I'm Layla Kaylee, and this is The Feed. Wolverine fans are getting excited, and for good reason. According to star and producer Hugh Jackman, we can expect to see our favorite Canadian mutant hit the big screen by late spring of 2008. Jackman also says the film's writer, David Benioff, has done a great job on the script. In other movie news, My Chemical Romance has announced plans to turn their latest album, The Black Parade, into a musical. But don't expect to see the band on camera. My Chemical Romance frontman Gerard Way says he thinks the record would best translate into an experimental animated film. And finally, according to a newly completed global sex study, married people have more sex more consistently than single people. They just don't enjoy it very much. Well, that's all for now. Visit us on the web at g4tv.com/thefeed. It's all the news you need to know. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you have just been fed.
They need 32 more cents to make it a combo. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play. Now, at long last, our lemonade stand business seems to be taking off.
I would like a glass of your delicious lemonade.
Let me see the cash.
No go there, intern. In an attempt to improve our profitability, Morgan and I are charging for the lemonade in euros, and we stand to make a tidy profit off the exchange rate alone.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of quarterly income projections, the best kind of life is that which is strictly micromanaged, like in The Sims, for which a new expansion pack is being released. Here's our review. Whether you're a single woman with 18 cats, a lonely widower with a parrot named the Captain, or a leukemia kid whose only reason for hanging on is an occasional visit from Biscuit, the hospice dog, nothing warms the heart like a cold, wet nose. Apparently, that's not only true of humans, it's also the case with Sims. Hence the latest expansion pack for the Sims universe, The Sims 2, Pets, for your PC. Why simply abandon your own life in favor of a virtual one when you can abandon your own life for a virtual one where you also get to pet cats, dogs, hamsters, and parrots? Although if you've ever petted a parrot, you know it's gross. They're nippy and squashy. Getting a pet is simple, either through adoption or breeding. Yes, you can make your Sim pets get it on in order to produce a brood that displays the traits of both parents. But be careful, because as a trip to any mall will show you, sometimes the products of breeding make you pray for sterilization. Regardless of what pet you decide best suits your gibberish-spewing sim, you'll be able to design the perfect one with the Create a Pet feature, which lets you customize every aspect of your new sim pet. Take, for instance, this monstrosity, which kind of looks like a cross between Della Reese and Daggett from the original Battlestar Galactica. Once Toopy or Doopy or whatever their name is looks like you want, you have to start training them because unlike the real world, these furry freeloaders have to earn their keep. Certain pets can get jobs in security, service, or entertainment. Teach them well and they'll be running the company in no time. Like their owners, sim pets are endless pits of neediness. You have to bathe them, feed them, take them for walks, and play with them. Sure, it's time-consuming, but it'll all be worth it when they greet you with unconditional love as you come through the front door. Okay, it'll be worth it for your sim. You'll still want to climb into a bottle of Broker's whiskey at the end of the day. Sure, having a pet isn't for everyone, but that doesn't stop this game from being further proof that someday we'll all just be brains in jars, hooked up to computers, living virtually and vicariously through our Sims. The Sims 2 pet gets a 4 out of 5.
All right, here's your change, sir, madame, French person, I don't know.
Yeah, our business is doing pretty well.
Oui. Better than coffee.
You know, it's probably because of all we learned about running businesses from The Sims 2 Open for Business.
Well, there was that other game. You know how you become a tycoon by selling all the lemonade? What was the name of that game?
The point is, home audience, you can learn a lot from playing games.
And what better way to find the best in games than by swinging by g4tv.com/xplay, where we just happen to have all of our reviews online.
And they're searchable, so go crazy, home viewers.
Oui. Great.
Stick around for God Hand on X-Play.
Sweet! You're watching G4, next X-Play, followed by Star Trek The Next Generation, then Arrested Development, later Happy Tree Friends on Midnight Spank.
Love them or hate them or both. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play. Morgan and I have been selling lemonade to raise money to buy PS3s, and we finally become successful thanks to the guy upstairs, God. To explore the mysterious ways in which he works, here's our review of God Hand.
Welcome to a world where the boundaries of convention are no match for the content. It's a game where a terrible truth lurks. A place where someone or something is turning heroes into gay heroes.
Sweet!
Exhibit A, God Hand for the PS2. Everything seems to be in its right place.
Water!
We start with a couple, looking as if God himself had eaten too much beauty and puked them into life. But something stands between them and their natural inclination to mate like rabid weasels.
Are you listening?
Her booty speaks, but our hero seems to lack the desire to listen.
We're gonna get her back one of these days.
Mommy, there's a gay in my game.
Just when you think fighting games are getting a little ho-hum, the Japanese give the old heave-ho to something from their subconscious to ours. Yeah, you'll notice the levels were truly an afterthought. The Old West, Spooky Land, Fiery World, and yes, the abandoned industrial area. So now you think you're bored. The scenery sucks and you still got a long gaming drive ahead. Not to worry, fight fan. It's who's driving that counts. The action in God Hand is hilariously over the top. Over 100 ways to pummel, pepper, and pick your opponents apart lay in the hands of Gene, the fighting machine here. Not only can you purchase fight techniques, but you can also customize a palette of available moves to call up in combat. Just dip your fist into whatever color you'd like and apply it to the nearest facial canvas to create a punch-by-numbers masterpiece. The hook of the title is, of course, its namesake, the God Hand. Story as follows. Demons roam around hassling farmers. Gene intervenes and has his arm cut off for his trouble. His arm is replaced with a limb known as the God Hand. This magical appendage acts as a special move conduit to eradicate nefarious evil. Our hero confronts gangs of eccentrics, each a watermark on his way to sexual awakening. Poor Gene, even his name struggles for a gender identity. Every time he tries to express his manly powers, a woman emasculates him with threats of castration. Unable to give, he is forced back to the open arms of his own sex to receive.
He's such a sexy man.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Oh, really, Gene? Then how do you explain this?
Those guys are cake.
Not to mention, much sexier than you.
Godhand has a wacky death that includes chihuahua racing for some reason, and an array of weird cutscenes that culminate into something you just have to see. The combat is fun, but the graphics just bring it down too much. A 4. Sweet! Out of 5.
Well, I guess there's nothing to do but give the world a nice X-Play replay.
Mario Hoops 3 on 3 got a 3 out of 5 because there are a lot of number 3s in the title.
Destroy All Humans 2 got a 4 out of 5 because it's fun, but we still hate the 60s.
Cooking Mama got a 3 out of 5 because it's whimsical, but limited.
Sims 2 Pets got a 4 out of 5. It's well made, but we've stopped caring.
And Godhand got a 4 out of 5 because it's crazy, zany, cuckoo fun.
Woohoo! And speaking of mental illness, it's time for viewer mail.
Today's viewer mail comes from Justin. He writes, Dear X-Play, your show would be better off if you gave stuff away. Huh. Well, funny you should mention that, Justin. We've got this new thing called video viewer mail.
And if your video viewer mail gets chosen to play on air, you will indeed get a prize. So come over to g4tv.com/xplay and send us your video viewer mail.
Now, we only tell you this because we're X-Play.
What's the prize?
I don't know. What do we have available? Hey, you can have an Attack of the Show t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, we got lots of those.
I bet Kevin looked at it at some point.
Yeah, maybe he touched it.
It's like history.